buddy Clydesdale, Leonard's Express OTR solo driver. We'll have him out of the way. And look at this over the top of my hood. So this is the Trees to the Sea Scenic Byway in the Tillamook State Forest. I've already done about 20 miles of it. Really good road. Well, there was some really bumpy action there, but it's a pretty decent road for 2 lanes for a big truck to be on, and I really don't have a choice in the matter. This is how you get to Tillamook off of I-5. 405 to US 26 to Oregon Highway 6, and that's essentially what I'm on right now. And we're working this highway over to Tillamook, where I believe I'll be picking up some cheese to take to Mountain Home, Idaho. But hard to not show you how beautiful this road is with all these trees and this little 2-lane highway to rip through it with a Peterbilt 579 Ultra Loft and a 53-foot trailer. So hey, you know, a guy's got to live. A guy's got to live. So this is how I do it. You just take your time, and you know what? Why not? Look how beautiful this is. Trees to the Sea Scenic Byway. I mean, I don't know if it gets any better than this. It might. I mean, North Carolina is beautiful. Montana, Western Montana in particular. I mean, it's just there's a lot of beautiful places in this country. But I gotta say, this is damn sure one of them. I don't believe I've ever been on this highway in anything, much less Peterbilt. I don't believe I have. But sure is beautiful, man. It's a beautiful day. There's no rain. There's no heavy winds. There's no ice or snow, which is always a pleasure. So we're just looking forward to it. Scenic Creek just ahead here. Light brakes going into this right-hander. Over a little bridge and power off. It's a 55-mile-an-hour speed limit through here. I am not doing that. I'm doing less than that. Trying to get you all a decent view here without getting in trouble. So yeah, we got about 19 miles to go to my pickup in the port of Tillamook. Exciting place. I've never been to the port of Tillamook. No, that's not true. I have been to the port of Tillamook, but I didn't haul cheese out of there that day. I went to a small warehouse and they loaded whey on me. This isn't the kind of whey that bodybuilders use. This is the kind of whey that goes into a baby food, like formula mixture. And I took that to the port of Oakland. So I went from the port of Tillamook to the port of Oakland, me and another Leonard's driver, and we crossed off onto a sea container. And that was that. Over to Japan with you. Now this is not going to another port. This load will be going to, as I said earlier, Mountain Home, Idaho. Who can tell me in the comments what put Mountain Home on the map? What is in Mountain Home? Mountain Home, Idaho. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The trees are blocking out the sun, eh? Beauty. Definitely a beauty. So the last time I gave you some love out of Oregon was State Highway 22. This is State Highway 6. And it's a little more truck friendly, to be honest with you. 22 was a little tighter. There was very close edges. There was no real runoff room. I mean, there's no runoff room here either, but look how much wider it gets with this, where the fog line is over to the guardrail. I could actually pull over on that. You can't pull over on anywhere on the 22. There ain't anywhere for you to pull over. A little cottonwood pollen there. You can see floating through the eye. Spot for a big truck to pull over, or anybody really. You could squeeze it in there just to get out of the way. And there, see what I mean? Whereas the 22, very unforgiving. You really need to be on top of your game to run the 22 and not put the trailer, drop off the one side or the other of the tandems into a ditch, because that's how that road was set up. Beautiful nonetheless. The concentration level was off the chain. So let me talk a little bit about going through curves with a 50-foot trailer on your back, 53. When you're making this right-hand curve like I am, you want to try and put the tractor closer toward the center line so that your trailer, which I wish you could see, is not hanging off the edge and on the other side of the fog line. It was close, but it wasn't off the fog line. Same with this right-hander right here, out of a straight. Want to keep it up close to the center line so that your tail end doesn't drop down. Looks like I got a scheduled arrival at about 10 after 1, probably closer to quarter after. My appointment is at 13:45 at this shipper. So I delivered this morning to a Costco distribution center in Sumner, Washington. It was about a 3.5 hours drive, 200 plus miles from that delivery to this pickup. I'm doing what's called a deadhead. So I've got a trailer on, but there's nothing in it. If I didn't have a trailer on, we'd be calling that a bobtail. a rare way to travel. So after this better than 200-mile run, I've got about 13 miles to go. And you know, I did the first 20 miles of this road without y'all, and I thought, you know what, this is just, it's too beautiful to pass up. Give y'all an opportunity to take this run with me. I know I got a brother that's been hitting me quite a bit from down under, and he appreciates the POV type ones because clearly not from the United States. This brother is from Queensland, Australia. I believe he said he's north of Sydney, I believe it is. So we'll say howdy to our Australian brother. Try and give him some beautiful scenery from Oregon. Again, if you look on a map of the state of Oregon, you check out I-5 to US 26 to Oregon State Highway 6, then you'll get an idea where I'm at. And this is basically a western route from I-5 over to the coast. And I'm here to tell you, there is no coast like the Oregon coast. It is stunning. Every photo is a postcard. It's absolutely beautiful, this place. And I don't really know if I'm going to actually see the coast from where my pickup is. I know when I was here last time, it was also Port of Tillamook, and I went to a little warehouse to pick up that whey load I was telling you about, and I just I was close to the water, but I never saw it from the building I was in. Again, okay, so here's a left, so I'm keeping my front end up close to that fog line so that my trailer doesn't drift into oncoming traffic. And on these right-handers, I don't want my trailer drifting the other side of the fog line, where here there's no ditch, but on the 22 there certainly was, so I had to really be careful. It was pretty wet. I spent the night in just an open lot on the Snoqualmie Pass in Washington. Yet another just stunning place. Beautiful, man. I'm telling you, just a lot like this. Beautiful place. Lots of trees, evergreens like this. But it was pretty wet there. It was not really rain, but just that quintessential, you know, packed northwest moisture falling out of the sky. I mean, sure it was rain, but it wasn't, you know, one of my last POV videos was in Alabama where it was a thunderstorm, it was just crazy. And it was nothing like that. It was a fraction of that. General trailer on. So there might be one up ahead that he was doing. Here comes like to get into a tanker truck close to home here sometime soon. Man, just a beautiful, beautiful day for trucking, as Indiana Jack would say. Beautiful day for trucking. And it is. We're taking our time, and it's nice. We've got plenty of time. Nice, beautiful run here in Oregon Highway 6 in Tillamook State Forest. Notice I didn't say national forest. It's not a national forest. It's a state forest. Tillamook State Forest. Y'all could go to your grocery refrigerated section and look for some of that Tillamook cheddar, Monterey Jack, etc. Hopefully a chunk of that falls off the truck. Wouldn't mind putting that in my refrigerator. Come on. Yee-hoo! Gonna get me some. It's a river that runs alongside of me. I don't know where it is. I don't know what it's called. I have no idea. But Tillamook's coming. And apparently, so is the way station. So that I'm not doing anything stupid, I'm gonna go ahead and cut y'all loose, and look, we just perfect timing. Come out of the trees right here. I got a way station coming up, so I don't want to be on this, but hey, thanks for riding along with me, your buddy Clydesdale. We're rolling from the trees to the seas on the Tillamook Scenic Beltway. Thanks for coming along. Y'all be good to yourselves. Be good to somebody else. Talk to ya. Peace.